Even spiders choose the Toyota Tacoma. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. I just got back from a ride. You guys could see a little scenic tour there. It's a gorgeous day here in South Texas. It's like 74 degrees outside, something like that. Bright blue skies, sunshine. Perfect day for cruising around in your dirty, spiderweb-ridden Toyota Tacoma. But anyway, as I'm driving around, I'm seeing other Toyota Tacomas because down here in South Texas, they're everywhere. You can't leave and within a couple of minutes come across at least a couple of Toyota Tacomas. So as I'm driving along, I get to thinking, I look at these Tacomas, and I'm probably guilty of this myself. But anyway, I look at these Toyota Tacomas as they're coming at me, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the wave, anything, some sort of acknowledgement, some sort of camaraderie with perfect strangers out there as I'm driving around in my Tacoma. Now, the reason I'm looking for this, of course, is because I have a Jeep Gladiator. And every time I take that Jeep Gladiator out, I get waves. I would say 8 out of 10 times, at least, maybe more. Other Jeep Gladiator or even Jeep Wrangler owners will wave at me. There's no discrimination when it comes to Jeep owners, unless you get into the SUVs and stuff. They don't wave, but that's okay. That's a completely different thing. So why don't I get that in the Toyota Tacoma? There are tons of them, probably more down here around than there are Jeeps, and there are many of both. Never fails with the Jeep Gladiator. So I get to thinking, why is that? Why am I not getting any acknowledgement? And I never do, except for maybe the few people that actually recognize me or my truck or whatever from the channel. I've gotten a few acknowledgements, waves, thumbs up and stuff from people like that. And I know it's people like that because a couple of them have said something to me, and others have actually posted a comment or sent me something that says, hey, I saw you at the McDonald's or driving over here or whatever. So I know it comes from that. But why not just common people out there driving around in Tacomas like me? And I said I'm a little guilty of this myself because I never initiate it. Now, I don't initiate it intentionally because I want to see if I'm going to get any kind of acknowledgement from other Tacoma owners. So why is it? Well, it's not numbers because, again, I'd say there are just as many Tacomas on the road as there are Jeeps. It's not that. What about mods? Do people that mod their Tacomas, are they the only ones that wave? Well, it's not that, because down here, many Toyota Tacomas that you see are modded in some fashion or another. Whether it's a lift, different wheels and tires, lighting, whatever. They've done something to the truck. Most, I would say, that I see have done something. Could even be a window sticker on the truck. I'm not particular. Anything. So it's not that. It's not about modding. I think what it goes back to, Jeep has been around for a long time. Jeep, of course, is maybe not as much today, but for many years and generations, synonymous with the military. When you think about a Jeep, you think about the military. It's always just been intertwined. And maybe there's a sense of patriotism when it comes to the Jeep, and that's what spurs people, other Jeep owners, to wave. Maybe that's what brings them all together. I don't know. It's really the only thing I can think of because other than history. Jeep's been around for a long time. I think some of the cavemen and women were driving around in Jeeps. The Tacoma, not quite as long, but still, there is a lot of history there between both of them. So that's really the only thing I can think of. And it's also interesting to me when I go out on the forums, groups, things like that, heck, even some of the comments on my own channel, what's the right word to use? Hate is the right word, I guess. I don't know. That you get from some people on these forums and even on the channel itself. Some of the comments, the trolls that are out there. There just seem to be so many more for the Toyota Tacoma than there are for the Jeep. You know, on the forums for the Jeeps, I found that people are a lot more tolerant. And when I say tolerant, I mean when people ask questions that maybe you'd know the answer to if you paid attention to other comments, or things that most of us would think are pretty simple, they just answer the question, other members. You know, it's not to say that occasionally you don't get the troll out there that just says something really stupid, but not as much as you do with the Toyota Tacoma. And it's not just me. I understand that not everybody out there likes me, likes my style, likes the way I do things, likes the way I look. But then that's okay. That doesn't bother me. That's life. That's the way it is. No big deal. But it just seems to me that it's a lot less when it comes to the Jeep. Now, I'll give you another example. You know, recently I did a little experiment. And this is kind of funny because I don't think these people are maybe intelligent enough to realize that I'm actually messing with them, using them as subjects. But I went out on one of these groups or forums or whatever, and I merely posted a picture of my truck. That's it, just a picture, nothing else. And I think it's a pretty good looking truck. Of course, I'm biased, it's my truck, but I think it's a pretty good looking truck. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It has mods and things on it, which I think are tasteful, that look good. But anyway, I just post this picture, and man, I swear, within 30 seconds, I get 2 or 3 stupid comments, just dumb things. You know, things that, you know, people are just sitting back to be evil about, right? And I knew that because I knew on this particular group, that's the way it is. It seems to be embedded with these kind of people. They run the group, which I don't know why the administrators don't just get rid of them. It makes no sense to me. You would think the group would grow more if it didn't have these people dogging some of maybe the more timid folks out there that when they get that kind of treatment, they don't come back or even leave the group. I don't know. But anyway, post this picture, just a simple picture, nothing else, and you start getting this stuff. Now, I don't understand why, as Toyota Tacoma owners, we aren't more cohesive, why there isn't a greater sense of camaraderie. I mean, we're all driving the same truck, right? You would think it would be a lot more cohesive than it is, like the Jeep, but it's not. I don't understand why. Maybe it's just a different generation. Maybe that's what it is than it is for the Jeeps. I don't think that's true, but who knows? I struggle to find a reason why this happens between the two different brands. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you find that Toyota Tacomas are less, as a group, cohesive, supportive than, say, the Jeep group is? Are you one of those people? Do you jump all over everything that's out there just to be evil? And why? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Mod Driven, all about, right now, the Mercedes-Benz, and RobMotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? And while you're at it, smash the subscribe button here. Be cohesive. Join the group. Why not? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.